get the ball to Jack Grealish, and Raheem out wide, because he's been brought down a few times for his fouls, but he looks really threatening driving into the box, and Phil Foden, great ball in, but he's been outstanding. That run at the end, nearly sliding Jack through, it was world class. It was ridiculous, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's arguably one of the best bits of skills I've seen this season. The ability to just take that under control, manipulate it between players, and then use his other standing leg to just...
And keep his balance as well. Players are trying to push him over. But just absolutely fantastic to see.
I'm absolutely convinced at one point that he's going to score the greatest goal we've ever seen.
It would surprise me.
Yeah, and he's going to win every award going forward.
I believe that. I honestly believe he's potentially a Ballon d'Or winner. 100%. I think he's that good. Just his whole all-round game is that good. I think he's too influential for us.
He's up there in that world-class bracket already.
Yeah.
So you think he's only, 21? And what he's got ahead of him, it's fantastic for everybody involved in Man City.
Yeah.
I completely agree, and I hope that he's a Ballon d'Or winner one day. I just wonder if Kevin De Bruyne will get there first, because I think,
I think, if this season, obviously, for Champions League and the Premier League this season, I think Kevin wins it. But in the future, Phil Foden is crazy. I definitely see him having a statue outside the stadium. I see it all, because I just think... I don't see him going anywhere.
One club man?
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But if the continued success that he's had, I think he goes down as the most decorated English player. He's on, 4 Premier Leagues already. He's 21. He's crazy. He created, 4 League Cups, 1 FA Cup. So he's on 9 trophies. He's 21. No,
that's
mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is mad when you look at... Had the assist today, Paul, but do you think he was quiet, perhaps, in parts of the game?
No, I think you've got to give Leeds credit. He is playing more centrally, and Leeds have pressed really well. But whenever he's had the ball, he's looked so dangerous. And talking about that run there earlier in the half, he got the ball into him again with players around him, and just his movement and his awareness of everything around him. And it's credit to him. Wherever he plays, whether it's left, false 9, right, or in the middle of the park, he's still one of the most effective players on the pitch. And talking about football intelligence, that's up there with the very best.
That's what makes him world class, is that he's able to affect and play so well in every position he plays in.
The versatility of him. Do you have a favourite position for him?
Where gets him the ball most? Just get on the ball. Yeah. Just give Phil Foden the ball and allow him to drive. I sometimes feel when we have dominant possession and he's high, he's not able to drive as much because it's crowded. But if you create scenarios where it's not open, but it's compact, and you just let him dribble. It's like a kid. He's just literally like a kid dribbling with mates.
You mentioned Jack Grealish a minute ago as well, Paul. Obviously, absolute best wishes to Dallas there, looking like he's picked up a really horrid injury there towards the end of it. But Jack Grealish did seem to get fouled quite a lot and wasn't really getting perhaps what we thought he deserved from those fouls.
No, there was 2 especially. And he's high up the pitch in the final third on the left-hand side, and he's driving into the box. And he's been brought down, the ref red player. But whether his previous reputation is going before him a little bit as well. And then the second one, I can't understand that referees sometimes, especially when Jack was in front of the defender and he's driving into space in the box. So why would he fall over when he's got the chance of either having a shot, creating, or even scoring a goal? Yeah. So he's obviously been clipped from behind. Otherwise, no footballer would go down in that position. If you've got a clear run and the defender's behind you and you're driving into the box, into space,
well, their ones are obvious. If you have gone down, you've dived. So book him. But he obviously hasn't dived, so he's obviously been fouled. Because you can't just... He hasn't... And also, if you've been technical about it, he fell to his knees. Players don't dive to their knees. No. You've been tripped over and you've just gone to your knees, so you've got to understand what is happening. But, yeah... And
he's actually tried to stay on his feet as well, so... it just doesn't add up. I think the referee put it for both sides. I love referees and love hammering them, actually. But I think he's been pretty poor all throughout the half.
The crowd was certainly starting to get on his back towards the end there. You could hear the Leeds United fans booing him towards the end, so I think they agree with you, Paul.
Yeah, I don't think he's been a good referee for team. The decisions have been consistently bad, which is one thing that you could say he's been consistent, but consistently bad is never a good thing.
So towards the end of the half, we did have a great chance for a second goal. Raheem Sterling had an opportunity. What did you make of that, Joleon?
Yeah, again, Leeds had numbers in the box, so it was going to be hard to get it in there. I thought Raheem has done well this half as well. I think he's gone back to a Raheem that wants to dribble and wants to go past players, and he can do that. And I like to see Raheem do that, because when he does go past one or two, then you can see the speed building up and the momentum building. But yeah, that chance itself, I possibly think the keeper saves it if. Who was it? Ailing?
Yeah, a few blocked it.
Yeah, but again, he's been exciting. Hopefully the game goes on, the pitch gets stretched, and Raheem with space is dangerous.
I think interesting bringing Dan James on as well, for a defender. So whether we'll see a change of system second half for them, which might well, hopefully will act in our favour, because open, especially in that middle of the park, it's been really, really crowded in there, and it's been hard for the Leeds. Credit to him again that they've made it difficult in there, but a slight change of formation might work in our favour.
Yeah, and of course they had that. They were forced into that change at the start, because we weren't aware while we were talking about the Leeds team that Cooper actually went off injured during the warm-up, so he didn't start. So they were forced to make that change early on. Now they're being forced with Dallas going off to make another change. So how do you think they're going to adapt, Paul?
It'll disrupt them a little bit, without doubt, because they've obviously, Cooper's a big miss for them. They've obviously worked all week on how they're going to play against Manchester City, and then having to change again just before half-time will disrupt them a little bit. But Jesse Marsh as a coach, he's got the chance to get them in to the changing room now, and he's got 15 minutes rather than had the injury before the game, just beyond half-time. So he's been able to talk to the players right before kick-off and at half-time, rather than it happen during the game, where really you're putting a player on and changing formation where he's not got the chance to tell the players what he actually wants from them.
So what do you want to see in the second half from City, Joleon?
A bit more control. Again, at times slowing it down. I think that nullifies the crowd, stops their momentum building. And it doesn't have to be in their half or high up the pitch. It can just be comfortable possession. I think the more comfortable possession we have, the flatter the atmosphere goes, the flatter the Leeds team are. And then it just allows us to dominate the game.
It drains energy out of teams and the fans, especially the home fans, with Man City are controlling the ball, because they want, as the home fans, they want their team to go and press high up and win the ball back from Man City. But when we start keeping the ball for 5 and 10 minutes, it kills their whole momentum.
The other people that are going to run out of energy are the stewards at Elland Road. You can see they're trying to clean the pitch up. So the Leeds United put out yellow, blue, white cards before the game, so a display of Yorkshire. And the fans have spent the half scrumpling them up and chucking them on the pitch. So they're trying to clean the pitch up there. So we are about, maybe 5 minutes or so away from the second half starting. Do keep your questions coming in on WhatsApp. I actually do have a couple of quick ones that I can ask you. Now, M Squared has messaged in using the WhatsApp, thank you very much, and said, is there any other positions you think that City need to strengthen beside the number 9? And he says he's watching, or she's watching, all the way from South Africa. Hey, from South Africa.
I think they need to strengthen up. You'd possibly say left back.
Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's only one left back.
Yeah.
So you'd probably say left back, a natural left back. But if we don't, it's not the end of the world. And when I'm saying that, I'm thinking, well, who do you buy?
Yeah.
There's not a left back available that you would say. So it's not as simple as, well, where do we need to strengthen? Is that position available of the quality needed that we have?
Yeah, no, that naturally left-sided player down that side as well. Zinchenko's been absolutely fantastic in that position. Cancelo has, and yet again, Nathan Ake today has been great. So it's difficult. Who's going to come in and be that much better than the three that have played there already?
And some youthful left-backs in the under-23s team chomping to get an opportunity as well. So thank you so much for sending that question in, M Squared. Now, Glenn sent in a question, an actual quiz question. He wants to test you both. Thank you. Thanks very much, Glenn. You know I love to test them. But Paul Dickov, who is mastermind of City knowledge, especially from the 2000s, is going to smash this one. Can Joleon and Paul name the two brothers whose first name starts with J that played midfield for City in the 2000s? Of course you can, Paul.
Yeah, played with both of them, actually. Do you know?
What, surnames?
No, first names.
First names.
Begins with J.
Jim and Jeff.
Yeah.
They do have the same surname, yes, Joleon.
The Whitley brothers.
The Whitley brothers,
Yeah,
yes, Jim and Jeff. Very nice, Glenn. I love that. I do like it when we test them. And then I'll quickly squeeze in this question from Zubair, who says, my question is that Pep has benched Kevin De Bruyne and Mahrez while it is like a final for such a match. The Champions League can't be an excuse. You should always start with your best players.
I don't know. Like that's pretty harsh. That
I wouldn't say they've been benched.
they're not being dropped, are they?
What I will say at this stage of the season, it's something that Pep's done since he's been here.
Yeah.
He's rotated the squad, especially the last 3 or 4 seasons when we've been going for Champions League and the Premier League. So he's always rotated it, not just at this stage of the season, but right throughout the season. And the players that have come in, I would say that's a little bit disrespectful to the players that are in the team today, because there's still a wonderful team that's starting.
Maybe an English translation, Zubair. Maybe you meant rested. Rested is what we'll say. But thank you very much for sending your question and keep sending your questions in. I love the fact that we get them from all around the world. So we're going to have a look at who's stat now, in case you haven't had a chance to work out who it is yet. So here are your clues. This Premier League winner has an affiliation with both Leeds and City. Clue 2. This former player's teammates include James Milner and Shay Given, but not at City. And clue 3. This former player has been at City since 2012 in a coaching capacity and had a big role to play in our recent academy success. You're both convinced you got it. To be fair, you got it on the first clue, Joleon. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You guys are a team of knowledge today.
There we go.
Between the two of you, you got one, Joleon, and Paul got everything else. But between the two of you, you are a team. A
Jesus.
team. Right, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, are you sticking your predictions? 2-0, 3-0?
Absolutely.
Come on. Right. We're going to let you know. Oh, we're going to do Who's Stat now. We're going to tell you who it is. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing it in full time.
Come on.
Joleon, who is it?
Jason Wilcox.
Is Who's Stat Jason Wilcox?
In a Leeds kit.
Is it? Whoa. It is Jason Wilcox, and it is a Leeds kit. Very good work. Very good work. What gave it away for you?
To be fair to Joleon, he was on it straight away.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's random is the boots. I remember the tongue on them boots.
What?
Yeah, I'm weird on boots and that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know why. Me and my kids play games with that. Like, we would name a player and we'd say, what boots does he wear? Yeah, or what number does he wear? Like, we just play weird games like that.
It's your mastermind topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matchday Live production team, I suggest that we hook up a game of boots for Joleon Lescott next time he's on, and we actually test him and see how we can do. You know, we're going to do that now.
Yeah.
We're going to get you next time. Lovely. Thank you so much. So 2-0, 3-0. You're sticking with that. Are you expecting any changes, Paul, at half time or anywhere into the second half, or just patience from City?
No, just patience again. Maybe around the 60, 70 minute mark, depending how the game's going. But I would think the 11 that's out there are more than capable of going on and scoring more goals and winning the game.
Yes, please. We will be back at full time. The players are coming out for a big, big second half. Of course, we need to win to get back to the top and retain our position at the top of the Premier League. Get your match commentary now from Alistair Mann and Michael Brown on the official Manchester City app. Ali, back over to you.
Thank you, Natalie. Well, did you know that the last time City conceded a goal away from home in the Premier League was the 7th minute of the 22nd of January, when Southampton took the lead through Kyle Walker-Peters. Since then, the Blues haven't conceded.